Hello, I'm Monty Holcomb with the San Antonio Public Library. Welcome to Parman Cafe's digital presentation in honor of Native American Heritage Month. Today I want to bring to your attention a book that was written by a Native American writer that, if you're not already familiar with, you will definitely want to be. The book is called Ceremony and is written by Leslie Marmon Silko. Silko herself grew up in the Laguna Pueblo Reservation in New Mexico, and as a child, she remembers her interactions with her relatives on the reservation who had returned from the fighting in the Philippines during World War II. Most of them were severely traumatized, as many of them were captured by the Japanese and had been survivors of the Bataan Death March. These experiences, along with the native traditions and legends that she grew up with, are both woven together in an impressive way that forms the basis of the story for Ceremony. The focus of the story centers on a traumatized war veteran named Teo, whose cousin died during the Bataan Death March. And the story follows his attempt to make his life whole again when he returns to his reservation in New Mexico following the war. The method of storytelling does not follow a traditional approach to storytelling, but instead it goes back and forth between the story of Teo and the myths and stories of his people. When the book shifts to the telling of these myths and stories, the writing style also shifts to reflect a more poetic style. Of course, the main ideas expressed in these legends not only reflect similarities to Teo's own situation, they also serve as a guide for him on how to proceed in his own healing process. Teo's grandmother starts him on the path to seek help from medicine men who guide him to see the parallels between a drought described in one of the myths of the people and a current drought that is afflicting this reservation. Teo decides he is responsible for the drought, and similar to the traditional story, he must redeem himself to end it. To do this, Teo must fulfill promises he had made to his now dead uncle, and Teo must reject unhealthy behaviors he acquired during the war. Teo's journey of seeking healing through the traditions of his people thus accounts for the novel's title, Ceremony. In summation, I highly recommend Ceremony, not only for the beauty of the writing, but also because it will enrich the reader's understandings of the traditions of the experiences of the Laguna Pueblo, as well as some of the personal challenges that were faced by Native American veterans returning home after fighting in the Second World War. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. For more information about our library, please visit mysapl.org or call 210-207-2500.